Obviously, it's a horrifying event. To see an airliner shot down like this is, distressing, disturbing. I think, obviously facts are appearing all the time. We're learning a little more. To me, however, it seems quite a strong indication that the Ukrainians are not involved. The fact the president has actually gone out and stated that. That's a direct sort of a presidential decree, if you like, on that point. For them to have been involved and for this to be discovered afterwards would be a major blow to his credibility. I can't believe he'd have done this if he didn't have good evidence to suggest that they weren't there.
As Peter mentioned just a moment ago, President Putin was actually in conversation on the phone with President Obama when he passed on the news. And here's reaction now from the White House.
We have seen the same reports you have. At this point, we do not have any confirmed information about casualties, the cause, or additional details. Our thoughts and prayers go out to those on board, their families and loved ones. We're closely monitoring the situation. The Secretary is, of course, aware of these reports, and we're seeking additional information. Our embassy in Kyiv is also in close contact with the Ukrainian authorities on this incident, but at this point, those are all the details that we have.
Alan, I mean, it's been labelled as a terrorist attack by some, but feasibly this could have just been an accident.
Well, it's a pretty sort of spectacular accident if that's the case. I mean, you have to actually pick out the airline to fire upon. You have to have the kit to do it. If it was flying that high, only certain numbers of people could have done it.
I guess the point is they didn't know it was necessarily an airliner. That's what I mean.
Well, they would have known it was an airliner. They possibly would have thought it was a Ukrainian military airliner in that kind of context. We've seen already that Ukrainians have lost jets in this conflict. And as a result, it may well be this was an accident. It's been interesting watching, by the way, on Twitter, some evidence of claims of a shooting down of a Ukrainian cargo airliner by Russians. They were then mysteriously removed off of pages. Obviously have to see if that's verifiable, but it may be an indication that somebody has made a terrible mistake here.
Because of all this happening, we're now hearing the likes of Air France and Lufthansa saying they're going to avoid Ukraine with their own flights. Why weren't they doing that already? It's an incredibly unstable situation on the ground there.
Well, it's an incredibly unstable situation when you have missiles of the type that can take down airliners at this height. And I think people may have to look at why they were flying over rebel-held territory. Again, I'm not sure airlines should not fly over Western Ukraine. There's no problem over there. It's really what's happening in the east with the separatists, with the Russian assistance, who have obviously given this kind of weaponry to the rebels to enable them to shoot down even other jets in the past.